Hey there, I've got a spoiler alert for you this morning. I just thought I'd have some fun. So here we go. Spoiler alert. Yeah, what my spoiler alert is about today is all about how you can get more clients faster and easier. And I want to really clear up a big misconception that's out there. I had a conversation with someone yesterday and I was talking about what I was doing, and they're like, "Oh, that's just for you coaches." And I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean it's just for us coaches? So, the misconception I want to share is all about how to get more clients and a marketing strategy that I think is the powerhouse. And it's the one that if you're not doing, you're missing out. So I'm gonna kind of leave a little bit of suspense in this for a minute. Hang on, we'll get to it. I'm Sue Clement. I thought I should introduce myself. I'm your Think and Grow Like a CEO mentor. I'm all about rapid acceleration of revenues. That's really my dream. I love speed and I love things done fast. I love things done well. And sometimes you can't get fast and well in the same breath. But nonetheless, it really is about growing your business. And that's what I've done for the last 23 years. I've helped thousands of business owners grow their companies, grow their businesses, be more successful, be more profitable. So you can see that when someone said, "Oh, that's just for you coaches," to me the other day, I was like going, wait a minute. Gosh, do other people think that? So you're probably wondering what the heck was just for coaches. So here comes the spoiler alert. If you want to grow your business, if you want to increase your sales, like let's just do a little quick checklist. All right, stay with me here. And if you're watching live, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. And if you're watching on the replay, hey, hashtag replay. And if you have, of course, any comments or questions, I would love those. And if you think my message is valuable and you want to share it in your community, yes, love that one too. So here's the deal. If you think about your business, and I mean, let's be honest, getting clients is the lifeblood of your business. You don't have clients, guess what? You don't have much blood pumping through your company, and blood is in some cases revenue. You don't have enough cash flow, right? So it always goes back to who can you serve, what problems you solve, and then being able to connect those dots, that you actually have the market, you have the resources, and you connect them and you get a sale, you get some revenue, you make a difference in someone's life and business. And that's what it's all about. But here's the thing, is from working with business owners for the last 23 years, I know that this seems to be the biggest challenge that everyone always tells me about is, where the hell do I get more clients? Everyone's always looking for more clients. And so back to my little scenario when someone said, "Oh, that's just for you coaches to do that." I want to just do a little checklist. So hang in here with me. So number one, when you sell more, right? To sell more, right? Okay, think about this. You need visibility, right? Check. And actually, it's funny. I remember a book I read. Oh, I can see the person's face in my mind, but I can't remember their name. But I think it was something along the lines of "Be visible or be dead." And in today's world, oh my God, visibility is something we're all clamoring for. We're always trying to get more visible, more face time with the community, with our leads, with our prospects. And so, yeah, be visible. So we want to be more visible? Check, right? Do you want to connect with people at a higher level, right? A little bit more personality, more style. I mean, that's what all this live video stuff is about. So yeah, check. We want that as well. We want to be able to showcase our expertise and knowledge, because people buy from you if they believe and trust that you actually can deliver what you're promising. So showcasing expertise and knowledge is important to you too. Check, got that one too. You want people to have a live experience of you. It's so much easier to sell in person. Years ago, when I had an employment agency, my first company, my first business, I used to tell my sales team is paper never sells. Now, this is actually before email and before the internet. I know some of you are going, was there a world back then? Yes, there was. And in business, people would say, "Oh, just send me something, send me it in the mail." Well, whether someone's saying, send me an email, same difference. Doesn't really matter how it got there, whether the pony delivery or the postman or the electronic, cyberspace got it there. The thing that matters is words don't sell when they're in print, right? Your content posts. Yeah, we all need great content posts on our social media platforms. That's important. But ultimately, they don't sell as well as you can. That face to face, that voice, that liveness. So, yeah, we want to have a live experience with our prospects, because when we have that live experience, guess what? It converts higher. It converts at a much higher and an easier rate. So, live experience, check, we want that too. And of course, we started off this way. Everybody wants more leads, check. Everyone wants more clients, check. So you can see that when we think about growing our business, yeah, we want to connect with people at a higher level. We want to showcase our expertise and knowledge. We want to be more visible and be seen as that expert. We want to have people to have a live experience. People, buy you. That's really the thing. People are buying you. You know, you're the one who's making the promise. They have to believe in you. They have to like you and trust you. And of course, ultimately, we want more leads and we want more clients. So what's the answer? And it's funny. I'm going to take a little sidestep here, so come with me on this one. A lot of times when we talk about our ideal client, when I work with my clients and I say, who's a good client for you? And they go, anyone. And I'm like, oh no, the curse of anyone. Anyone is not a good client for you. All right. We all know that, we've heard, what is that thing about something rather than the niches, the riches in the niches. We all talk about target market. We all talk about narrowing it down. And that's absolutely true. But this is the only case that I can say everybody or anyone could value the experience of doing this marketing strategy. Now, oh my God, I just broke my biggest rules. Anyone and everyone are like nobody. So in this case, though, I truly believe that this strategy is not just for coaches. It's not just for consultants. It is for any business. Okay, so I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. No, there was no real cat and there was no real bag. So no, don't phone animal control that I'm putting a cat in the bag. And you can see, whoops, I got to lean the right way. Tegan's on the couch back there behind me. Tiggy. Yeah, sleeping with his little ducky there. So no cat in the bag. But ultimately, I do want to let the cat out of the bag today to let you know that if you want to grow your business, one of the best marketing strategies that checks all those boxes we just talked about is by doing a masterclass. Now, in the old days, we called them teleseminars, then we called them webinars, then we called them masterclasses, and I like to call them Zoom calls. You can call them anything you want, but ultimately that live in front of people, in a camera, I know it's virtual live, but that live ability to connect with your audience is one of the fastest and easiest ways to get clients. Now, whether you do a masterclass and you book to get a strategy call, those people coming to that strategy call are so much warmer than someone who saw a post that you wrote. They're a cold lead. At least when you've had a chance to showcase your expertise on a masterclass, tell them a little bit, give them some value, tell them a little bit about what you do, invite them to take action. You can convert so much higher when you are actually live. So that's my spoiler alert today. Go back to the comment about, oh, that's only just for you coaches. So if you thought that masterclasses or webinars or Zoominars or Zoom calls or whatever you call them, if you thought that was just for coaches and consultants, I want to share with you that it isn't. Because when you think about it, if you're an accountant, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a health and wellness professional, quite literally, people buy you. They buy your expertise. They have to know, like, and trust you. And what's the best way of getting known, liked, and trusted? By showing up in front of people live. Now, virtual live. Our world has gotten so small. It's global. We don't always have clients in our neighborhood. I grew my business primarily through speaking. That was my best speaking strategy. That was my best strategy to get clients. I would do a presentation at the chamber, at a conference, at a meetup group, wherever I could get in front of people. And without doubt, I'd walk out the door with a calendar full of qualified prospects because they saw me, they liked me, they trusted me enough to book a call with me. And from those calls, that's gave me my clients. And you can do exactly the same thing when you're doing a masterclass. Hey, Debbie, thank you. I finally saw the comment. I'm glad that you're watching. Yeah, I'm not just talking to this one red dot here. I actually have Debbie here. Debbie says, you're a master at the masterclass. So, seriously. Yes. Oh, thank you. Conversion manifesto. Manifesto? Yes. Yeah. And well, that's another That's another topic totally. Is do masterclass, but how do you get it to convert? That's another expertise topic, and I will be sharing more about that. But here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Yes, I said the word anyone can value from this. I'm breaking my number one rule about having a broad prospect. But ultimately, accountants need to get in front of business owners or individuals. It depends on what type of accounting, who your ideal client is. But everyone is online today. If you're a health and wellness professional, well, you know what? If I'm going to go to a chiropractor, I'd kind of like to see what this guy's all about. I'd love to see them talk about, adjusting my back or whatever the masterclass is on. I would love to do that. And that would make me feel like, yeah, I'm not just going to search out some name. I mean, when we think about this, when we go to anyone, always we're looking for that referral. Who do you know is a good chiropractor? Or who do you know who's a good house cleaner? Who do you know who's a good accountant? We always want to ask those questions, but sometimes we don't have people to ask those questions, or we don't get the answers. So what do? We pick a name out of a directory online, like that's not so great. But if I saw someone live, I'd have a better feeling about them. So I'm going to wrap this up now. If you want to get more clients, more leads, one of the fastest, easier ways that leverage selling one to many is to have a masterclass, get a whole bunch of people listening to you, and being able to share your expertise, your knowledge, give them something of value so that they go away feeling they learned something, gotten something valuable. You get more visibility. You connect with people at a much higher level than any, Facebook post or LinkedIn post or email will ever do. And they get a live experience of you. You get to show up with your own little weird freakiness that people are either going to gravitate to or not. And that's okay. We want to repel people as much as we want to attract people to us. Masterclass is the perfect way of doing that. So if you think that they're just for coaches and consultants, I hope that I've dispelled that, because quite literally, every business owner needs to get in front of prospects. And this is the most leveraged, fastest way that you can do it that actually checks all the boxes. So thanks for listening today. I'm Sue Clement. If you want to find out more about how you can convert on a masterclass, reach out to me. If you have any comments or questions about this topic today, I'd love you to put them in the comment section. And no doubt we will see you around Facebook again soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.